Hi everybody, it's evening and I'm walking along the cliffs in Exmouth, which is where I actually live. I don't know if you can vaguely see in the background there is the Geo Needle. Bit of useless information there for you. Today I want to talk about first impressions and greetings in a face-to-face environment. So last week I visited a venue in Exeter, a very lovely venue. It's just had a £2 million renovation, beautiful inside. I visited there with a friend who was here from LA. We thought we'd pop in for some lunch. Arrived at the venue, obviously first impressions are fantastic, the grounds are amazing. The exterior, the interior, all beautifully decorated. We walked in, there was a female member of staff seated at a desk, obviously the receptionist of the venue. She greeted us when we came in. We asked if we could have some lunch. She said that was fine. She took us into the bar area, asked us where we'd like to sit. We had a choice of tables. Selected a seat. She brought the menus over for us to look at, and then we were handed over to another member of staff. They were absolutely fantastic. Then yesterday I went back, same venue, this time on my own. Decided to go in a different entrance just to see if there was any difference, and the entrance that I went in was through the sort of outdoor seating area, and then you walk sort of straight into the bar. The member of staff was already serving somebody at the bar, so I waited for a couple of seconds, which was fine. And then she said, can I help you with something? Yes. I said, yeah, I'd like to order a coffee if that's all right. And she said, well, that's fine, but you'll have to bear with me because I've already got a lot of coffees to make. Okay, brilliant. So I said, okay, well, that's fine. I don't mind obviously waiting, as you would expect to wait for a coffee to be made anyway. I said, is it all right if I just take a seat for now? And she said, yeah, that's fine. The greeting part of customer service process, sales process, whatever you want to call it, is so simple. Just be nice, just be polite. All that girl needed to say to me was, yes, of course, take a seat and we'll bring your coffee to you as soon as possible. Job done. But it is difficult sometimes, but the venue wasn't busy. There was about 15 people outside. She was probably making about 6 coffees. There was nobody inside at all. I was the only customer inside. There was 3 members of staff on duty. If that venue had been busy, if every table had been full, what sort of service would there have been then? What sort of greeting would everybody have got? But yeah, so what I forgot to mention is when I said I'm going to take a seat, I said I might want something else as well, because I'd actually seen their club sandwich being served the week before and it actually looked absolutely amazing. So she said, yeah, that's fine. Anyway, I took the seat, obviously on the assumption that somebody would bring us a menu, either her or she would ask one of our colleagues. There's 3 members of staff on duty. One of them looked or appeared to be acting like a supervisor or manager. Just waiting for that man to go past. So anyway, nobody brought the menu over, and I wasn't going to ask for one because I just wanted to see what sort of happened. Waited for the coffee, which was delivered in probably less than 3 minutes, which was no wait at all really for a coffee, so that was good. It's delivered by a young guy, probably only about 18 years old. He was nice, pleasant, but he didn't ask if I wanted anything else. Again, I probably would have said at that point, can I see the menu? But he didn't ask, so I didn't ask. Then I ended up not ordering the club sandwich, so they lost out on, I don't know how much their club sandwich is, but it's probably around sort of £9-10 easily. Anyway, I finished my coffee, probably sat there for about 5-10 minutes with an empty cup. Nobody came back and asked if I wanted another drink, which again I would have ordered because I did want one. The young guy then sort of walked past us, so I stopped him and I asked him if they served brunch. He responded with, well, yes, but you're too late for it, finish at 11. All right, brilliant. Well, I just wanted to know if you serve brunch. I didn't actually ask if I could have brunch, but good to know anyway, because I did actually want to know the time. I then said, can I see the brunch menu? And he said again, yes, you can, but you can't order it now. And I said, yeah, I'm aware that I can't order it. You've already said once. But I want to come back tomorrow with Anita, who works with me, and I want to buy her brunch because I haven't seen her for a week or so. And he said, oh yeah, no problem. And he didn't bring the menu, but he did book the table. He asked how many it's for. He asked for my name. I gave him my first name. He then came back and asked for the surname, but he didn't take a name. He didn't take a phone number or an email address or anything like that. Now, it's a good idea to try and get those details, because if you then send out surveys later, you need an email address, or you potentially could text them. Another amazing way of getting feedback. So the company that actually owns this venue, they have 4 developments in total. I assume the other 3 are just as nice as this one. Now they advertise on their website that they offer outstanding customer service, which to be honest is a very bold statement to make. Now my question would be to them, how are you monitoring that customer service? How are you making sure that you actually deliver on what you're advertising on your website? Now, one of the services we offer is mystery shopping. So the companies who work with it at the minute, potentially that could have been a mystery visit. They would have got that feedback. They would have addressed the greeting with the member of staff, and also the lost opportunities. You know, the club sandwich was lost. The extra coffee was lost. I might even have got a soft drink had I have ordered the sandwich. So, you know, potentially that's just one customer as well. So they've lost, you know, probably at least £25 off me. So how many other customers did they lose money from that day? If you're not getting reviews, if you're not doing any sort of service monitoring, what are you doing? And how do you know what your staff, what service your staff are providing when you're not there? And bearing in mind there was actually a manager there, the assumption would be that the service would be outstanding as they advertise, but unfortunately it wasn't. Anyway, I will leave that with you to have a think about what you do in your business. I'll speak to you all in a few days. It's a nice little shaded bit here. So, what I forgot to mention, this is another thing. Toilets. Now, this venue has shared toilet facilities. You go in the bathroom, so there's a sign for toilets, go through the door, you go into the bathroom, and when you get inside, there's 3 cubicles, and they have the little man and the little woman on each 3. It's all shared. Now, personally, I don't want to go into a bathroom where there's men. I just don't. I understand why it's been done, but I don't. They're not thinking of everybody, so they're thinking of. This might be a little bit controversial, but they're just jumping on the bandwagon really, and thinking it's the right thing to do, and it is for certain people, but not for everybody. So if you want to cover everybody, make sure everybody's happy. Then you have male toilet facilities, you have female toilet facilities, you have a disabled toilet, and you also have a mixed toilet. Then you've accounted for everyone. Can't go wrong. Now, be interesting to get everybody's thoughts on that. So leave your comments below. Thanks.